Imagine if suddenly you are transported to a world where women are stronger and more direct, while men are submissive and weaker. After arriving there, the goddess who brought you to this world tells you that to go back to Earth, you need to be a masculine man in this feminist world, while all the men are passive waiting for the girls to make the first move, and the girls are aggressively pursuing men. You have the task of flipping the script and proving that men can also make things happen, or perhaps you might just accept the sad fate of being tormented by Asa of women every day and remain in this world. Even at home, your stepsister tries to get you to do some unholy things to make things harder for you. You are now extremely attractive, and in this world, girls don't hold back your good looks, make even harder to take control of situations. When you go to school, all the girls are trying to hit on you. When you return home, your sister is trying to create content for a paid platform. Even when you go for a walk, thugs are dangerous and willing to steal all your future prospects. You try to get a job, only to get hit on by a 2mm tall CEO who doesn't hold back. How can you be the one to take the initiative and make girls more submissive to you in such a crazy world? If you fail, you will assimilate into this world, unintentionally becoming more and more feminine. You need to rush to prove you're a Chad. The name of our protagonist is Jang Ha. And let me tell you a little something about him. He's a straight shooter who goes out with his brothers to drink every day after work and hits on girls without hesitation. But right now he feels like something is in the wrong genre here. What is this gender bender stuff? Is this some sort of dream? He asked himself. He explains that he was going home after a stressful day of work, when suddenly the mood became red. Everyone in the city vanished, and the next thing he knew, he woke up as this young, pretty boy with all his memories intact. Suddenly someone shouts at his door. It's his dad saying, why aren't you awake yet? Our protagonist is confused. His dad tells him to get up, saying, I was told that you and Long La made some sort of appointment to go shopping today. Your dad is going out to get some groceries. Did you forget we're having dinner with Aunt John? You're a boy, and you need to take better care of yourself. Go learn how to put on some makeup with your friend, 'cause I'm sure he could teach you. Now get up and dress. Our boy is lost, thinking, what am I? My friend will teach you makeup. Who the hell is that? Who is the guy named Long? Why am I called? How? Why is there so much cute stuff? And why did my dad tell me to use makeup? Suddenly his cell phone rings and someone shouts, How open the door. He thinks maybe it's his brother, Long from his past life, a buff guy with tattoos who is a true bro, always inviting him to drink beer with the boys. So he quickly takes off his cute clothes and runs to the door. But outside, the blonde guy says, Oh my God, seriously, how? It's not cool making a handsome guy like me wait for so long. What if a girl with bad intentions out there? Creepy. Jang Ha is confused and asks, Where is brother Long? Because this guy is definitely not him. But from inside the house, his father calls Long to enter. His father grabs his friend and says, Look at this clothing, how you should learn how to dress better from him. And Long thanks his father, but his father doesn't stop and says that his skin is too dry and he should pay more attention to skincare. Our protagonist thinks skincare, makeup. What is this world I've been transported into at that moment? He receives some memories from the guy who used to live in his body. In this world, the gender roles are reversed and everything in history is swapped. Since ancient times, all the empires in this world have been led by women, and men stay at home to take care of the children. Women are biologically stronger than men who have less strength, stamina, and power. Our protagonist just wants to know how he got into this mess. Sometime later, while walking in the city, his friend says, Oh my God, how we should get our nails done at the M later, and we can also get some facial masks for you. Also, do you have some pepper spray? I've heard from social media that female gangs and hula are becoming more unruly these days. Our protagonist shouts at him to drop the cute stuff. You want to buy a mask? Go buy it yourself. Screw this reverse world. There will be no swag genders. He grabs Long's wrists and runs to a tattoo shop. Come on, dude, we're going to fix this girly look. He opens the door of the tattoo studio and shouts, "Hey boss, give me one of those dragon tattoos or one of those Chinese mafia gang tattoos now." But the girls stop him, saying that tattoos are a girl's thing and he shouldn't get one unless he's a bad boy. Suddenly he takes off his shirt, saying, "I'm not going to get lectured by a bunch of girls when they see him shirtless." The legendary reverse nosebed happens. The girls shout that if he's going to strip, they are willing to throw some money, but he doesn't stop and says, "I want a blue dragon, a phoenix, and a white tiger," but Long shouts at him to stop saying, "You're being so indecent after all," that he gets back home thinking, Jesus, the day keeps getting worse and worse, but that's when the thickest, juiciest, plumpest stepsister ever known to mankind appears. He enters her room without thinking and quickly runs out later that day at dinner. His dad says, "Did me tell you earlier, your aunt and kin are going to stay here for some time?" That's when he understands the situation. His dad is marrying again, and that's why the girl is here. They are moving in because this house is bigger. But Kin doesn't stop looking at him back in his room. He's exhausted because his body is really weak. Since the guy who lived in it never exercised, he thinks he can imagine himself getting DL'd up with cute makeup and dresses. God damn it, I couldn't even get a tattoo today, so this is it. I'm living in a world where females are ruling dad and brother who became different people. If everything is reversed, do I need to act feminine? He shouts. I would never do that, and throws a teddy bear. I don't want to do this cute. But the bear becomes the smallest toy in the room when compared to two gigantic spheres. JN, How apologizes, but his sister rushes and throws him without a single ounce of hesitation. Poor boy. Our hero tells her that she's drunk, but she just takes his face to a warm, oozy mountain exploration. While asking how did you miss me, he doesn't know what to say. She sees that. He's getting shy and asks, "Why you look so red? Are you sick? Want me to take a look, Jean?" How, with his nose bleeding and a plain face, says he's very oak. Later that night, someone says, "Wake up." Now his eyes are half closed, but suddenly he notices another one of those plump creatures ready to attack him. Our boy gets scared and asks, "What the hell, who are you?" She asks, "You don't remember who I am?" Then she grabs him by the chin and says, "I'm the entity that brought you to this world." He remembers the moment the red moon appeared and feels the same sensation. He says, "So it was you. You're crazy. Why did you even bring me to this world? What did I ever do to you?" She explains that she is the god of the red moon. "I heard your pathetic prayers. Weren't you the one who complained about still being a virgin in the old world? There are so many girls in this world, and all of them would like to dry you up." But he asks her to take him back, saying there's not a single normal girl in this world. "Send me back home." She stares at him, calling him an ungrateful human. She says that if he completes a task, she will let him go. He asks what the task is, and she says, "Back in the old world. Didn't you always rant about try and become a real man? Were you one who said real men should always lift? Isn't that something you said? The task I will give you is very simple. If you become a real man in this feminist world, you might have an opportunity to find your way back. But if you were unable to do that, you will have to assimilate into this world." He asks if that means he's going to become a F-boy, and she answers maybe. But is it really so bad? Then she vanishes, telling him to give this world a chance, and he would have a great time every day if he wanted. The next day he wakes up and thinks, "Damn, that was a strange dream." But when he looks to his side, he realizes it wasn't a dream. He starts to get ready, thinking, how the hell am I supposed to feel about all of this? But there's one thing I know, I look way too pretty for a dude. He decides he needs to learn more about this world sometime later. After reading a lot of newspapers, he thinks, you gotta be kidding, a 20-year-old male college student was sued for refusing to marry a rich cowgirl. Another student boy was sentenced for murdering his wife. What the hell is this? Even the crimes are reversed, and that isn't even the bad part in this place. They have a way to know if a guy is still a virgin. Scientifically, males in this world are just too feminine. Physiological quirks resemble women in my previous world. Even male menstruation. Dear God, this world is a nightmare for me. Is there no other way to go back? Put aside the blood moon god scene, I could technically go back if I can understand what happened the night I came here and try to make it happen again so I can go back. But then he thinks, wait a minute, hold up, how am I going to do this? I'm just a broke-ass high school student. I don't know anyone, screw it. I'll have to leave this theory for later, but voice interrupts, you're awake. Sheo blinks at him. Your other sister made you some breakfast, would you like some? Oh, all right, breakfast sounds cool. Damn. Suddenly he's like, okay, not going to lie. Blue moon, God is this world. Isn't that bad? The next chapter starts with him getting ready for school. I got to say, my face is kind of handsome, chill out dude, but it's still too feminine for my own taste. Today will be the day I go to school, since coming to this world, going back to school again. I don't know. I have some mixed feelings when he goes to the kitchen. His stepfather is slapping his dead ass. I don't know if I like what I'm seeing, so he just excuses himself and runs to school, of course, with his best friend. Long, how, look at this lipstick I just got, isn't the color great? He retorts, get thee out of here. Long responds, oh my God, what's wrong with you? We used to do this often. You've changed, listen here, how? I don't know about you, but I have a different concept of being a real man, and frankly, I want to become a real Chad. Long is like how you want to become a Chad. Like one of those macho men that's not good. No one will want to marry you. He's getting angry. What are you saying? But then Long grabs him and says, there's someone there looking at us. And what we are, two guys, Long insists. Look there, standing, there's a girl who looks like a ratchet mod. John Ha says what you were afraid of, that two big men like us afraid of some girl like her. She's harmless, and if she comes here to hurt you, I'll smack her all the same. I'm all about gender equality. Long is sweating. No. Were you asleep? What nonsense are you talking about? You can't even lift a single brick. Jangha responds, what are you saying? I used to go to the gym every night. I used to join the MA club. He grabs Long and runs to the school. Long protests. Oh my God, I hate running. I'll have to redo my makeup. John How thinks, why am I running and why is this body so weak? But then they arrive at Elysium Business School. Even here, everything is different from their old world. Girls are definitely stronger here. To think that gender roles have changed so drastically. Not to mention that his current family is wealthy enough to send him to a private school like this. Then he gets to his classroom where a boy is asking, a girl, can you open this bottle for me? She replies, okay, cutie, I'll do that for you. Piece of cake. He's like, what? The guy can't even open a bottle. He grabs it. Let me try that. I refuse to believe. I can't even open this bottle of water. He tries to open the bottle. Oh, wait. This thing is really tight. Is this normal? Full restrained, ultra instinctive. Everyone is looking. His hand is already hurting. I give up. I become so freaking weak. What kind of man am I? If I can't even open a bottle of water, I'm a failure. The girl opens the bottle easily for the guy. A bunch of girls gather around him. What's wrong? How do you want me to open the bottle for you? I can do it. Not going to lie. This world isn't that bad, is it? But he just sits at his desk feeling defeated. Long notices and says that he's been acting strange. So don't worry about him. Emotional damage. The next chapter starts with him walking down the corridor. Long wants to stay with him, wait for me. How we should head to the toilet together. He just runs off. No, I don't meet him with me. As he walks through the corridors, all the girls are like, oh my God, look at his skin. It's so porcelain smooth. His buttocks are so pretty. I want to squeeze it. He's so dreamy. Damn. So that's how sexual harassment feels, right? He thinks I need to do something about my body. I'm still too weak. I need to find a place where I can exercise, so where I can get stronger. On his phone, he looks up Muay Thai beginner classes. This seems legit. I should check it out, but muscle training alone won't help me become a true Chad. I need to be mentally prepared for this too. Who's going to carry the boats? Becoming a true Chad is a state of mind. That's when his classmate Yan Yuan comes up to talk with him. He's shocked by her sudden appearance. Are you some sort of ninja? You're sneaking up on me. She apologizes, saying she was calling him but he was just looking at his phone. Suddenly she get way too close. Way too fast, asking if he's sure he's not doing anything wrong. You're not talking to a girl, right? He panics. No, like hell. I'm a traditional guy. Don't get so close to me. Men and women shouldn't get so close in public, but she's fast. She takes his hand, commenting on how soft and beautiful his hands are. Oh my God, these girls are so aggressive. He thinks pay attention to yourself. You and Yuan girls shouldn't act this way. She notices he's different today. You weren't acting like this before, she remarks. Maybe you haven't slept well recently. I know a good massage method. Let me rub your hands. She moves to grab him, but he tries to stop her. What? How is this girl so strong I can't push her away? Fortunately, the teacher enters the room. Hurry back to your seats, students. The class is about to start. Miss Medine, English teacher John, how reads the book and realizes he understands everything. Which is strange because he graduated a long time ago, at least in this alternate universe. He's a top student. He confidently looks at the teacher. Ask me anything, and I will answer with no problem. She adjusts her glasses. Jean, how? Hey, I'm ready, she asks. Are you all right? Is it hot today? Do you want to visit the infirmary? He replies. Eyes, what the hell, I'm fine. There's nothing wrong with me, teacher. All the girls comment that he's acting strange today. He shrugs. You know what, screw it. I'll just do whatever I want next. He's walking with Long, who asks, what's wrong? You look so tired. How he responds, you have no idea how I feel. Of course, I'm tired. I'm very mentally tired that a girl holding 3 basketballs comes up to him. How I just scored a 3-point shot, didn't? I look kinda cool. He's like, what the hell? As they walk down some stairs, a guy throws himself on the floor. Why did you push me? Trying to frame him. God damn it, he thinks getting attention from girls is one thing, but them grabbing my booty is another. This shitty reverse world is, I just want to go back to the old earth. That's when another girl comes up to him. How I've liked you since I met you. Will you go out with me? He's frustrated, thinking, God damn it, that's why I hate this world. Why is a girl confessing to me? Sorry, right now I'm not looking for a relationship. My mental health is deteriorating. He walks away. And Long jealously remarks, oh my God, you received 20 confessions just today. I don't want to be a popular boy like you. He's just like, cut it out. Let's eat something in the cafeteria line. He's thinking, what should I order? He looks at the other guy's plates, which are barely filled with food. He asks, Long, why is everyone eating so little? Long replies, what are you saying? How every guy needs to eat like that? Or you're going to get fat. Goes to take his food and asks for some salads and fried veggies. He's puzzled. What, not even rice? You're going to faint in the afternoon. But Long says, oh no, I'm just trying to lose some weight. That's when our boy realizes the difference in calorie needs in this world. He makes a mental list, how to be a real man. Step 1, exercise. Step 2, ask your bro, Long, to coach me. Step 3, get rid of all the flirty clothing I've got in my wardrobe. Step 4, be a Chad instead of a pretty boy. He rushes to the counter. Hey, give me everything you have. I want to eat pork. I want a rye, a steak. I want a large portion of everything. Give me some good Asian rice as well. Long is shocked. Why are you eating so much? You'll get fat. Ha. Responds, a real man should eat more. I got to eat to exercise after all. You wouldn't understand. Everyone in the cafeteria is staring at him, whispering, oh my God, why is he eating so much? I think he's just showing off. Then Li Frang shows up. Why do you eat so much? You look like some desperate foreigner working at hard labor jobs. Our boy just stares at him. Who are you? Le Fang responds, Jen. How are you joking with me again? We studied together. Or have you gained so much weight that went to your brain? Jen Hao retorts, you're blind. I'm just trying to eat first. You diss immigrant workers next. You diss fat people. So you are racist and phobic. You're all sorts of nasty. LF is taken back and starts to cry. I was saying all that for your own good. Why do you say that about me? The girl starts siding with Li Fang. Why did Jenha make him cry? That was so unnecessary. But clearly he's just trying to manipulate everyone. Public opinion seems to be against How until another girl steps in. How eats is his business. Are you saying boys can't eat a lot? That's just discrimination against your own gender. She turns to our protagonist. How you're very hungry today, aren't you? If you need more, haha, was momentarily taken a thinking, not going to lie, she's pretty, but Lafang yells, Xiaoyan and Jen. How you to ha. Cuts him off. If you have something else to say it. If not, shut up and let your grandpa eat. All right, leave now. Long, puzzled asks, why are you calling yourself a grandpa? That doesn't make sense. But the girl Xiaoyan seems to like it, saying it's more attractive. Like a wild kitty, Lafang storms off. You're all Volder people, jab young. Tries to offer more food, saying how has all the time to eat. How asks Long, who is this girl? Long replies, did you hit your head? That's Zi Yun. She's had a crush on you for ages. Xie Yan turns to Long, that game I introduced to you, League of Legends, have you tried it? Long hesitates. No, the game is too difficult, boys aren't suited to play. Such games don't you want to play, something like Candy Crush? Jen, how interjects. League of Legends, are you talking about a 5v5 MMOA style arena type PvP game? Long is surprised. What do you even know about it? You said games were just for girls. Jane H retorts, only girls play games in this world. What is the logic? Jaban clarifies that's not true. There are boys playing the game too. They're just not as good as the girls at the pro level. But hey, how shall we play together? How stands up? I usually play support or jungle. I'm going back to the classroom, boss. Lan, are you coming? They leave in Zia Yam Lemons. Oh my God, when will... How ever accept me back in the classroom? How contemplates there are no pro players like Yui or Fika. But are the girls really that good in this world? What if the skill level isn't the same? I need to find a match to watch the definition of being a real man in this world. What exactly does it mean? He asks Long, who's the girl alone in the window. Long responds, you mean her? Her name is Ming Wu, a transfer student. Long then shies away asking, hey boss Long, are you interested in her? John replies, I mean she's pretty, but she doesn't talk. I don't know. John Ho grabs Long and says, nonsense, just go up there and talk to her right now. Come on boss, but Long hesitates. No, it should be the reverse, men. Now have to take the lead. Jiang Hao insists. This is the past, men. Now have to take the lead. He approaches her. Hello, I'm your classmate Jiang Ha, and this is Boss Long. Nice to meet you, Ming Wei Ha. Normally girls would flock around him, but this girl doesn't react that way. John Hao wonders about her story. He prompts Long, hey. Say something. Long awkwardly asks, how are you? She replies, good. Jangal notices the novel in her hands and asks, is that a novel you're reading? Long tries to discourage him. Stop it. She doesn't want to talk with us. But Jiang Hao presses on, you my bro. Here thinks you don't want to talk with us. She responds, I don't have an opinion on that. John Hall thinks maybe she's just a little antisocial. He extends his hand. Hey, if you want to chat with someone, let's be friends. She hesitates, then says, okay. John Hall feels like this is the beginning of his journey to becoming a real man. Just then Yuan shows up. Why are you bothering a transfer student? John Ho gets an idea. Bingo. I know what I'm going to do. Thanks, Yuan. He then says to Ming Mua, you want to be friends with this girl? She's reluctant. Gaiden doesn't want to, but John Hall blinks. Yes, she finally agrees. Okay, I'd love to. As Jean Hao walks back to his desk, Yan says thank you. He smiles back. Back at home, Jean Hao is listening to some Sigma male music. Can you break my heart? Suddenly, his sister shows up. What are you doing here in your room? He responds, I'm just listening to some music. Do you need something? She approaches him. What's wrong? How he brushes it off. It's nothing. She gets closer. Can I listen too? Jiang Hao panic. Oh my God, why so close, girl? She comments. Seems like how how here likes to listen to rock music, I guess. How is very different from other boys. Different isn't so bad, is it? As she gets closer, he thinks, why is she coming up so close? Crap, what should I do? What would a real man do? The angel and demon on his shoulders argue. Endure it. How the path of the Sigma male is to resist temptation. The demon counters. Forget Sigma, bro. A real alpha male should be the top G. If the girl delivers herself, you have to devour in a moment of panic. He takes her by the shoulders and throws her onto the bed. She looks at him surprised. Dan, how? What's wrong? Do you mean to hug? He's sweating, trying to regain control. Hey, I can't hold back. Suddenly a strange memory flashes in his mind. You're mine. Wherever you go, I'll find you. He's shocked and steps back. What was that? What's up with the memory? His sister, concerned, grabs him by the shoulders. Are you sick? How you're looking a little pale. He brushes it off, saying he just needs some sleep. Do you think I would look better with a shorter hairstyle? He, confused, responds, you look good in any. He thinks, is it just me? Or is my goddess and my sister a little weird? Screw it. I've got a sisson for sure, got to get rid of this beta male status, ASAP, determined to change his image. John Ho goes to a salon. The attendant greets him. Are you beau too? For a haircut. You look so beautiful already. I'll take the best hairdresser for you, Innies. I'm fine. I just need a haircut. It doesn't matter. Sometime later a woman shows up to suck here, beautiful. What sort of hairstyle do you want? He replies, I don't really care as long as it's short, just cut it. However you want. It doesn't have to be pretty. The hairstylist looks puzzled. I've never heard a request like that before. Any style him. She contemplates. I got it. He wants the opposite. The hairstylist teases. Maybe he wants me to make him look even better. Had he so sly. She then tells him, I will make you even more handsome after what feels like ages. She finally finishes, all done. What do you think? Is it short enough? Johan was shocked, thinking, what the hell, she cut it short, but now I'm even cuter. The hair. Stylist says there's no me to pay me. All I want is a photo so we can promote it for our future customers. He quickly declines. No pictures, I'll pay for it. She reluctantly agrees. All right, just let me know if you need any help from a professional salon. As he leaves, John Hall thinks having an extra bit of style and charisma is great. I guess I can try to get used to this later back at home. He examines his new hairstyle. Wow, this hairstyle doesn't exactly scream dominant male. It's funny for now. Haircut is done now. I need new clothing. Let's see what I have right now. He looks through his wardrobe. Frustrated. Damn, why do I only have this type of clothing? Sometime later, his dad calls for him. What's up? His dad, shocked, asks, what did you do to your hair? Why would you cut it so short? John Hall tries to explain. Come on, Dad. I want to have my hair like this. It was bothering my eyes and was hard to see. His dad, clearly upset, says, are you trying to piss me off? Is this fun for you? Why did you cut it before things escalate? Kin steps in. She smiles. How you like it? John Hall thinks, go damn it. She then tells her dad to take it easy, saying there's nothing wrong with what he did. He looks way cuter this way, so Belle be so mad with things settled. She asks Jiang how to come to her room, saying she has a present for him. He's curious, wondering, oh my God, what's her room going to look like? I don't know what I'm expecting. It's probably just going to look normal. She goes to her desk and grabs something, saying she bought it in a hurry but hopes he likes it. Jamal was surprised to see it's a pair of earrings. He thinks they look expensive, but she reassures him, as long as you like them, I'll buy you anything. He thinks to himself, damn, did I get a new sister or a sugar mama in his room? John Howe stares at the black diamond earrings, contemplating whether to return them, but being a broke kid, he decides to keep them. Just then he receives a message from Long How. Take a look at this. My new novel is up. I've already signed the contract. Soft and cute. Friend Bowie versus the sassy CEO boss. Lady, a tale of forbidden love. John Howe thinks, what is this? Then he gets an idea. That's right. I could write a novel too. I could bring some stories from my world to this one and make some quick cash. Let's see, what should I write? The Return of the SS Soldier, or maybe Solar Leveling, or should I write Overflow? He boy, a few hours later, after expanding his ideas and borrowing elements from various novels he's done. I'm calling it A Real Woman in a Patriarchal World. The next chapter starts at school. It receives your message. Congratulations. Your novel has passed the signing application for the web novel. Please contact the editor in charge. Yang Ha is thrilled. Finally, I'm going to start earning some money writing a story every day. Is hard, but it's better than having no money in this world. Feeling celebratory. He decides I'm going to buy some ice cream as he heads to the store. He thinks the shop seems familiar. He recalls some memories when I first met her. I thought she was my senior. Her body was really petite, but somehow that small body seemed so large that day. He reminisces about a girl named A, the daughter of Uncle Jin from the grocery store next to his house. She was cute and lovely after the day she protected him. He visited the shop frequently, he remembers gathering the courage to confess to her, saying, "Miss May, I really like you," but she responded with, "Oh sorry, I like men with muscles." John Hall reflects, "God damn it, brother. That was the sign. You should have started hitting the gym since that day. I've been obsessed with exercising and training my own body. One day, I will become someone like Chris Bumstead, and I will protect her." Jin H. How vowed to himself. But back to the present. He's now a different person. Good-looking and confident. If I confess to her this time, it's going to be a success, he thought. As he entered the store inside, he heard someone discussing making money. Then she appeared out of nowhere. "Oh my God, sister, he thought, taken aback by her unchanged appearance, save for a noticeable change in physique. His thoughts raised, "Holy brother, she's juicing for sure. How you cut your hair?" He was so shocked that he stumbled, falling to the floor. "What happened to you?" she asked. Concerned, "What's wrong? How do you mean me for something?" He just shouted, "Goddess, ring back." "My May." The next chapter started with him sitting in a chair as she brought some watermelons. It seemed he had fainted. He mumbled, "No, Miss May, I don't want to." But she grabbed him by the shoulder, and the chair broke under the force. How are you, okay?" she asked, worried. He quickly got up, doing some acrobatic moves to avoid her. "I'm fine. I'm out of here." She tried to give him her number, but he was flustered, thinking, "God damn it. Even that petite girl became a King Kong. I really need to sign up for a Muay Thai class as soon as possible. I also have to buy gifts for my sister and replace my closet. God damn it, why does everything need money?" He sighed, realizing that even with gender roles reversed, the biggest problem remained money. How you're back?" He was stunned. "Oh my God, Sister Kin. Are you practicing yoga?" She nodded. "I just wanted to practice a little bit of what boys used to do." He thought, boys do yoga in this world. What the hell? She approached him, but he pulled away. "Hey, where are you going with that hand, girl?" She advised him, "You need to get stronger so you won't get bullied at school." He felt a pang of embarrassment. Oh my God. In her eyes, "I'm so weak. Can this be tolerated?" Determined to prove himself, he challenged her sister, Kin, "Do you want to try arm wrestling with me?" She accepted, and he added, "How about the loser promising the winner?" One thing she agreed, and they started. Boom. This is not just arm wrestling. This is about my dignity. He thought, channeling the strength of trillions of male ancestors. But despite his determination, Kin noticed he was struggling and worried he might injure himself. She ended the match. Asking if he was okay, he admitted defeat. Asking what she wanted as her prize, she simply said, "I want to try the feeling of a knee pillow." John Hub was confused but agreed, thinking, "Oh my God, she's blushing." When he realized she meant she wanted to lie on his lap, he was shocked. "So I'm the lap pillow." As she laid down, he thought she can lie down as much as she wants. The next theme began with him working on his novel. When his phone rang, it was Yan Yuan, the blonde girl from school, inviting him to the amusement park. She mentioned that Yue and Long Long would also be there. Just then he heard shouting outside his window. He looked out to see Long Long and what seemed to be his sister. She immediately jumped on him, much to his confusion. "Who the hell is this girl?" Long Long asked the girl, upset. Cried, "Why don't you remember me? How could you forget?" Long Long explained, "It's been 4 years since he saw you." Of course he doesn't remember, although Jin Ho didn't want to go to the amusement park. Long Long insisted, saying you had needed some friends. Resigned Jin Ho agreed. "All right, we're going," put on some clothes as they prepared. Long Long's sister took a picture of him. She remarked on his appearance, "You were so beautiful today." They all decide to go to the haunted house, and upon arriving, Long Long already looks nervous and trembled, saying, "I don't want to go." Jang Ha encourages him. "Come on, you're a man, don't act this way." They have a brief discussion about who will go with whom, and it ends with you and Yuan, Long Long, and his sister going together, leaving Jen Hao and Yue paired up as they walk through the haunted house. Jen Hao asks, "Hey Yue, are you afraid?" She doesn't respond, so he offers, "If you're afraid, just hold on to me." She quietly grabs on him as they navigate through the spooky attractions. Jen Ha sees some skeletons but remains unfazed, jokingly saying, "Sorry bro, I'm in a hurry." After wandering around for a while, he realizes Yuad is missing concern. He starts searching for her until he hears a faint voice from a cabinet. "I'm here," opening the cabinet. He finds Yue hiding inside, crying. He gently reassures her, "Hey, don't be afraid, I'll take care of you." She timidly takes his hand, calming down a bit. Sometime later, they exit the haunted house, Long Long as shouting, "I would never go in there again." You and Yuen teasingly says, "You've been inside together for a long time, haven't you?" Janelle flicks her forehead and retorts, "Stop thinking nonsense." Yue appears looking tired and suddenly collapses. Everyone panics, suggesting calling an ambulance. But Yang Hao calmly suggests, "Let's just take her to a bench and let her relax. She probably just fainted from fright." They lay her on a bench and Long Long suggests, "You need to do mouth-to-mouth resuscitation." Yuan protests. No, why don't we just call an ambulance?" She's clearly distressed, not wanting the situation to escalate. Jang Ha tells her, "Shut up, just go buy some water and some food," and then lays Yu's head in his lap as he gently massages her ears. She wakes up confused. "What are you doing?" He explains, "I was just trying to wake you up." She admits she was scared and he reassures her, "It's fine now. It might be better if you avoid haunted houses in the future." She nods and closes her eyes, drifting back to sleep. Zhangal thinks to himself, "This is by far the quietest and shyest girl I've met in this world. She has a peculiar personality." After some time, everyone checks on Yue, asking how she feels. She assures them she's fine. Wei and Yuan suggest they continue to the amusement park. But Zhenha decides, "Nah, forget it today, let's just go home first." Yue, holding his hand, insists. "Let's go." Together, Wei and Yuan and Long Long's sister clearly don't like this development. Later, they arrive at a luxurious villa greeted by maids. The butler scolds, "UHA. How can you sneak out to play? You shouldn't have gone so far." Everyone is shocked, realizing Yue is incredibly wealthy. The butler continues, "Turns out you're all friends of hers. My apologies for being rude here. Have some tea soap, dentation, spring water and pastries made by special chefs." The group is impressed by the expensive offerings. Yuna took her room to change clothes, leaving everyone in all of her wealth. "I didn't imagine she was so rich," they murmur, still in shock. Zhenhao, however, doesn't seem overly impressed. As they walk through the villa, the butler admonishes, "UHA, miss you. Went so far today. Don't do this next time where everyone will worry." Yua suddenly stops and asks, "Did Dad call home and where's Mom?" The butler responds, "No, they are busy." Yua questions, "Then why didn't Dad call me?" The butler explains, "I think he's very busy abroad, but I'm sure he will come with some gifts." She brushes off the explanation, heads to her room, leaving the butler looking sad. Later, Yuma returns, now dressed in more luxurious clothing, while everyone else is impressed. Zhenha notices a change in her demeanor. Although she looks more gorgeous, she now seems like a lifeless doll. He thinks he asks her, "Hey, what's wrong with you?" She responds, sadly. Dad didn't call me again, feeling unsure of how to comfort her. He awkwardly offers, "What do I do?" But before he can figure it out, she grabs his hands and says, "Jenha, I want to give you something." They head to her room, where she finds surprisingly feminine curious. He asks, "Where are your parents?" She replies, "My dad is good to me, but he's very busy." He presses further, "And your mother?" She explains she's even busier. He realizes, "So you're always alone?" She simply responds, "Yes." Yu explains that her mother is the mayor of the city and her father is always traveling. Despite their absence, the butler reassures her that they love her. However, she questions if she can truly believe him. Janelle tries to comfort her, saying in the future, "If you feel lonely, you can find me to hang out." In a sudden burst of excitement, Ya grabs his hand and pulls him along, saying, "Come with me." They end up in a room full of weapons where she excitedly offers him her favorite gun. He's taken aback, thinking, "I'd be beaten to death if I brought this home." She insists, smiling, "This is my most precious possession." The housekeeper sends that friends can give gifts to each other, and "I want to be friends with you for life." Jen, how somewhat awkwardly, replies, "We can be friends even without the guns." She hugs him tightly, declaring, "We must be together forever." Inseparable, he thinks. Okay, she's moving fast. The next chapter starts with them leaving Yu's home as they walk. Long mentions seeing her in different clothing. Makes me want to buy some new ones. Jenha agrees. "Yeah, that's perfect. I need new clothes too." Long suggests, "In that case, let's go shopping tomorrow." They go shopping, and while Long is drawing a cute outfits, Jen how struggles to find something that suits his desired image after their shopping spree. It decide to grab something to eat and head to a McDonald's. There are the numerous girls staring at them. Jenha feels uneasy, thinking, "Why does it feel like someone's always watching me?" Meanwhile, a girl in the corner posts on social media, "A little handsome boy in McDonald's. I really want to marry and take him home." She adds a heart-shaped eye emoji and sends the post long notices. Jenha wearing a hat and asks, "Why are you suddenly wearing a hat?" Jenha replies, "I'm too handsome and need to keep a little profile." Long jokes. "You really need to be careful or you'll end up becoming an internet celebrity." Gino laughs at all, thinking it's an exaggeration. However, the situation quickly escalates. Jang Ho becomes a top 5 trending topic. On social media, girls are gushing over his look, saying this peerless beauty doesn't really exist. Doesn't he look better than those celebrities? Let's find out everything about this beautiful boy. One girl seeing the post recognizes him and remembers a post from Long's sister about their day at the amusement park. Caption, "The day I went to the amusement park with a god back at home." Jenha is exhausted from all the attention. Long calls him, and he answers annoyed, "Why are you calling me again?" Long explains someone posted a photo of you at McDonald's, and now it's being reposted everywhere, confused. Jenha says that doesn't make sense. It's just a photo, right? But when he checks Twitter, he sees he's already at the top 4 trending topics. He groans. "What have I done?" He reassures himself it doesn't matter. In a few days, everyone will forget about it. He tries to relax by watching some games on Twitch, but he notices the shift in the content. The just chatting category, typically dominated by girls, now features boys. He switches to a PUBG stream, noting that while the game itself hasn't changed, the host is now a girl, which shouldn't be a problem for him. Reflecting on his situation, he wonders, how old am I now? Can minor stream live games? Just then his sister comes home. She notices the fuss and says, "I didn't know my little brother is now an internet celebrity." Feeling awkward, he responds, "Oh, now you know about this too." She asked if he went out with Long today, but before he can answer, she suddenly jumps on him, worried. "Didn't you get harassed by some weird people?" He reassures her, "No. Don't worry, I can protect myself." She scolds him, "You are too naive. The women in this world are much scarier than you think. If you're ever harassed, you must tell your sister, and next time you go out, you need to tell me." He agrees with then, he notices that her phone background is a picture of him, and LL surprised. He wonders who took this photo. The next chapter opens with girls looking for Zhang. He's trying to hide, bewildered by the situation. Long calls him advising, "You shouldn't come to school today. There are a bunch of girls in front of the school because you're trending Zhenha size. Go damn it, I can't go." To school, he asked his sister to talk to the school on his behalf, planning to stream some games. Instead, he decides to play League of Legends, admiring his in-game skills. "Look at this, Yasu," he comments, enjoying the game. He achieves a quieter kill, then a pentac kill feeling. Confident. "It looks like I haven't lost my gaming skills in this world." After playing for a while, he prepares to broadcast his gameplay later that night after eating. He excuses himself and heads to his room, ready to embrace his new role as a streamer. Jane Hao, getting impatient, says, "Go quickly, I'm in a hurry," but the trainable LR girl seems smitten with him, staring at his face. Her boyfriend, annoyed, shouts, "Wife, what are you in a daze for? Teach him a lesson." She responds, "No matter what, it's wrong to hit someone first, but I'm unreasonable. If you apologize to my boyfriend, we'll forget about today's matter." The guy wants his Greer to attack Jen Hao, but she hesitates, knowing the crowd. Frustrated, he accuses her of falling for Jen. "How you fall in love with him? Right, I saw the way you were." "Girl, why are you filming?" Yoye tries to hide, but Leia and grabs his phone. "Oh, so you're looking for trouble, dare to take a photo of my man." She grabs his neck and Yi seems oddly pleased, almost enjoying it. Luke Sin then says, "Come with me to see your brother-in-law." The tremble on girl seeing Le Sin becomes nervous. Why is Le Sin here? Le Sin approaches Yen Ha and says, "It's only been 2 days, but do you know how much I missed you?" He ignores her and turns away. She then addresses the guy on the ground. "She caught him taking pictures of you." Jinao looks back, asking, "What do you want, Luke?" Sid, seemingly preparing for a fight, instead grabs a bouquet of roses and walks over to Jen. How she pleads, "Please go on a date with me. I really like you, Jenha. As long as you're my boyfriend, you can do whatever you want." He's thinking, why don't we just fight? Could she at least follow the script? He says, "I'm not interested in you. It's impossible to deal with you if you have nothing else to do. Just get out of my way, brother. She's not going to stop." She says she's too anxious and asks him to please accept the flowers. He's staring at the flowers, thinking, the first time I saw her, she showed me a knife, and now she's bringing flowers. Sister, take the flowers away. I'll tell you again, I cannot be your boyfriend, so please leave. She tells everyone to leave the place. She approaches Long and says, "Come here. You were Jen, Hao's friend, right? He doesn't like it." She whispers in his ear, "You better take care of your friend. If my people go crazy on him, I can't stop them." She actually used my friend to threaten me. Oh no, he's going to fall into her hands. Why don't we take a step back? Just tell me what you want. She grabs his cheeks and says, "Since the mail, God said. So of course I can take a step back. How about you go to a bar with me for a drink tonight?" He says, "Okay, just tell me the time and address." She tells him the address and says she'll be waiting for him. He guarantees that he'll be there sometime later. Long tells him how that woman just now looked like a gangster. She doesn't seems safe, and you're going to a bar with her. Isn't it better to call the police? Jen Hal explains that, unfortunately, they can't do that. They don't have any criminal evidence, so she would just be released and then come back to bother them. He says, "Tonight I'll, though, see your attitude first. Don't worry, I have practiced kung fu. They can't do anything to me." Long grabs him. "No, brother, you must not die. Relax, dude. It's just a bar, not an execution at that moment. A woman wearing glasses shows up and asks Jen-Ha to come with her. He's annoyed again. This is so inconvenient that a group of what should be intimidating girls shows up, and he reluctantly agrees. All right, lead the way. He tells Long Long to go home and to call him if he needs anything. The scene shifts to Jang Ha walking into an office, seeing the woman he thinks her aura is too strong. Her name is Wai Nan, president of Fang Hong Media Group. She looks at him, gets up and walks closer. Good qualifications. There's no one like you in the market. Now look, sign this contract. I can make you famous. He grabs the contract, glances at it and says, sorry, you may have got the name wrong. I don't intend to be a star, and I don't want you to make me popular. I'm in a hurry to go home for dinner, so I'm leaving. The secretary grabs his shoulder. You're just a high school student. Don't be so ignorant. With a swift movement, he grabs her wrist and says, I said I don't want to, and throws her to the floor. Wyan seems interested and moves towards him. He dodges her first attack and goes to punch her face, but she blocks it. Oh damn, he's handlocked. She says a high school boy who can also work hard. This is a bonus. He responds, thank you, but I don't want to accept your kindness. She tells him there's no rush, and that in this world there's nothing she cannot do. She'll give him some time to think about it and instructs the secretary to send him back staying. I was thinking this woman is not going to be easy to deal with. The next chapter starts with him at home preparing to see the girl at the club. He takes a recording pen, a pocket knife and pepper spray. He sends a message to Long Long. If I don't call you by 8:30, call the police tonight. I need to find a way to draw a line with Lu Sin. We didn't see him walking in the rain heading to the bar. She told him to come too when he... No, it's impossible if you do this again. I'm going to call the police. She taunts. Call the police, but I'm just chasing a boy. Is there something wrong? A girl behind him interjects. Sister, Lee, stop talking nonsense with him. Let's just take some photos and videos of him. If he tries to resist, we'll post everything on the internet. He looks at her bewildered. What do you mean by that? While they think he's scared, he's actually relieved because his voice recorder is on. Sister Lee asks, what did my little girl say to make sense? The girl pulls out a knife. He remarks, oh, even brought that. Is it? Because if I refuse, you're going to kill me. Sorry, but then he quickly uses his spray, rushes to her, grabs the knife and holds her as a hostage. Sister Le is impressed. You are brave enough. He mourns, don't even think about sending anyone over unless you want to see blood in the streets. Also won't do you any good. Called the police. He heads to the door, releases the girdle and walks away. The girlie, undeterred, thinks, Janga, I have all the time to play with you. But then she receives a message. Sister Lo Janga asked me to send this picture of you. He said that he recorded all the conversations in the familiar. Then he remembers, wait, isn't that the company of Mr. Wei? Curious about the relationship between Mr. Wei and Luke Sin. He ponders the connection later. He finally returns home to find his sister preparing dinner. What a delicious-looking meal, he thinks. Noticing that they are alone in the house, he asks, where is Dad and Aunt? They're not home. Are you alone, Sister King King? She explains that they had to work overtime and won't be home tonight. His imagination starts running wild. Wait, we're alone at home tonight. She flicks his forehead. What are you in a daze for? He quickly responds, nothing. Sister, let's just eat. He mentally chastises himself. Jesus Christ, it's your sister, brother. I should not think those things. Even though there's no blood relationship after dinner, she tells him to leave everything. She'll clean up. She suggests he go upstairs and start streaming. He offers, are you sure you don't want any help? She grabs his hands and says, I will never let your beautiful hands be stained with oil. He reluctantly agrees of all right. Back in his room, he starts streaming again. He announces today is going to be 2 hours, and I'm going to be playing some ranked games. 2 hours later, his sister comes into his room and asks, are you tired of live streaming? She pats the bed and says, come here. I'll give you a massage, brothers. We must stay strong. He thinks as he shyly approaches her, saying, it's fine. You just did some housework. You should take a break. She pulls him towards her, happy that it seems he cares a lot about her. He assures her, of course I care about you. We are family. However, it seems she doesn't like the word family and recalls a memory of him as a child saying, Sister King, don't be afraid. Ha ha, we'll always be your family member. Suddenly she starts crying and he asks, what's wrong? What's the problem, sister? She responds that she's crying because she's so happy right now. Genha reflects on the situation, thinking, at least in this world, my father doesn't have to be alone. He actually has a family. He then says, as long as I am in this world, I will protect this family and make sure that everyone's happy. She seems surprised and apologizes for crying in front of her little brother. He reassures her sister, thank you for treating me like a real family. Oh, damn, brother. She's looking at him in a way that suggests she might have something more than family stuff on her mind. Now both are lying in bed, and he asks King, are you sure we should go to sleep together tonight? She tells him that right now is the perfect time since Dad and Mom are not at home, and she has always wanted to have this close conversation. He's curious, all right. What do you want to talk about? While looking at her, she gets close and asks, what type of girl do you like? He stammers, maybe gentle and kind. She continues, is there someone like that in your school? He thinks about you and then shakes his head. She advises him that he's still too young and should focus on studying. She also mentions that since he's good-looking, she, as his sister, always worries about him as they talk. He drifts off to sleep sometime later. He wakes up wondering if it was all a dream. He gets out of bed, goes to her room, but can't seem to find her. As he looks at her bookshelf, he finds something interesting, a story about a sister who likes to do something with her brother. He's shocked. What the hell is this? Could it be that his sister has some thoughts about this? She even cried when he told her that they were family yesterday. Suddenly he got a headache and recalled some memories. A girl with glasses seemed to be bullying some other guys and taunting him. In the next chapter we start with him doing a live stream. However, he finishes early and everyone in the chat is asking, you have some problem, what's going on? He ignores the chat, feeling distracted and unable to focus today. His mind is elsewhere, particularly on the memory of the girl with glasses, which makes him feel sad. Additionally, his viewers aren't increasing and realizes he needs to come up with ways to grow his stream because he needs the money. He's a message from the streaming platform informing him that his popularity isn't growing. Offering some suggestions, he accepts and gets a follow-up message the next day. Dear streamer, here are some plans to increase your popularity. These plans were tailored for him by a girl, and he suspects they might involve something distasteful. The suggestions include option 1, hot dance with small buttocks. God damn it, he exclaims. Plan 2, two-dimensional sexy cosplay, reappears all right. Option 3, fitness. God, sweat dripping. He's exasperated. I knew it. He and Long head to a coffee shop where Long asks, why did the administrator want to interview you? He's unsure. I don't know. She just told me to come here, so let's go in. They are greeted by some Kim, the administrator of his live stream. She introduces herself saying, "You can call me Sister S." He introduces Long Long and explains that he's seen the suggestions but isn't going to do any of them. Sun Kim says she watches his live stream every day and didn't expect him to accept the first and second options, but suggests he consider the last one, which involves fitness. Why, he asks, confused by her intensity. Suddenly she stands up, touches his chest, and suggests, "I think your chest line could benefit from some exercise, don't you think?" Despite feeling awkward, she continues, "Even if you don't want to show your face, you can wear a mask to live stream fitness. Your physique is impressive, and it would set you apart from other streamers." Long Long thinks it's a reasonable suggestion, and Jen Hao considers that if he can wear a mask and not show too much skin, it might not be so bad. Plus, he can demonstrate to other males in this world how to build their bodies. He agrees, "All right, starting tomorrow I'll spend 2 or 3 days a week live streaming fitness for half an hour, but I'll wear a mask." The scene shifts to his home, where his father is shocked by the news, "You're going to expose yourself online." "I disagree." His father grabs him by the neck. "You want to stream for those girls online in tight fitness clothing." "I disagree," Jang Ha tries to explain. "Dad, it's just my workout. It's going to be discreet." His father argues, "Aren't you always saying I'm too good looking and could be taken advantage of?" "I knew train and get stronger." His sister intervenes. "Uncle, don't be so strict. What Hao says makes sense. Let him try it once, and we'll see if there's anything wrong. We'll make him stop." His father reluctantly agrees, muttering that she's spoiling him too much. Jen Ha thanks her, but she warns him, "I'll be watching. If there's a flood of crazy girls in the live stream, I'll shut it down in his room." Hao starts his first fitness live stream. As he begins the cardio, everyone in the chat is abuzz. "Oh my God, you're so sexy, hot, and in good shape. Please show me your feet." He responds to the chat, noting the high number of viewers. It seems a lot of people enjoy fitness, while many testosterone babes in the city love him. Their husbands are less enthusiastic in the chat. Someone promises, "If you run for at least 15 minutes, I'll send 2 rocket launchers," which translates to a significant monetary donation after 30 minutes. The chat marvels, "Holy, still going." However, his sister grows increasingly uneasy, worried about the attention he's receiving. How she calls out, concerned as Gina's live stream gains more viewers. His sister watches, feeling a pang with jealousy. "There's so many people watching you. I'm so jealous. What am I going to do?" she thinks to herself. "I can't be like I was when I was a kid, otherwise he'll get further and further away from me after finishing his run." Hao announces, "That's it for today. I'm going to take a shower." His sister approaches him, concerned. "Hey, this was way too much. Why don't you stream less in the future? It's distressing me." But he reassures her, saying this amount is okay for him. Suddenly she slaps his cheek. He is taken back. No, this must be an illusion, some sort of jinjutsu trick. As night falls, his sister comes into his room, staring at him. How? If we hadn't been separated back then." She gets closer, and stops. A memory floods Gino's mind of a girl asking, "Is there no one to play with you? Then let's go together." The scene shifts her of fighting the several kids on the ground. He tells the girl she's too scary, but she grabs his collar and says, "We promise to be together forever. Don't be afraid. Come home with me." Jane H wakes up the headache, dismissing it as unimportant. "I have to go to school," he mutters. Just then he hears a woman's voice and looks beside him. "What, my sister Kim Kin is in my bed." She wakes up cheerfully. "Good morning, Hao." "How?" He awkwardly replies, "Good morning. Why are you sleeping in my bed?" She explains. "I came to check if you were asleep and ended up sleeping beside you." He brushes it off. "Oh, okay. I'm going to take a shower. See you." She stops him. "There's no rush. I'll buy a new car to take you to school." On the way to school, Jenha thinks about the MU. The Club UA surprises him from behind, saying she'd been practicing for a long time. He asks, "You know how to fight. When did you learn it?" She explains that she's been training since childhood because her grandmother was a soldier. This inspires him and he asks, Why don't you teach me some fighting skills? She agrees, and they head to a warehouse behind the playground. As they prepare to spar, Genha is taken back by her speed. Are you ready? She asks, and a 4. He can respond. She's already in his face. He hesitates, and she suddenly hugs him, declaring, "You've lost, How surrender." Then she demands a reward, startling him as she starts to lick his ear. He reacts, confused by the mixture of shyness and assertiveness she displays. This is tempting, he thinks, unable to control his body's reaction. Embarrassed, he asks her, "Why did you do this all of a sudden? Did someone teach you?" She innocently replies, "No, I just watched some videos." "Yuan once sent me alarmed." He asks to see the videos. She hands him her phone, explaining videos show that this is how men and women should communicate. How was horrified, thinking, "What the hell is this? Why is there FBI content on her phone?" She looks confused, asking, "Did I do anything wrong?" He sighs. "No, it's just that this isn't the way men and women should communicate, at least not with everyone. Don't listen to you and you want about these things in the future. All right, just ask me first." She then asks, "Can we communicate like this?" "Yeah," awkwardly responds. "Just don't kiss me casually in the future, and don't do that to others. All right, let's just go back to the classroom." As they walk back, she asks, "Is it only boyfriend and girlfriend who can do those things, can be that?" He hesitates. "Do you know what that means?" She innocently responds, "No." Genha responds, "We'll talk about it when you understand sometime later." As he's walking in school with long WS, suddenly appears. "Can we communicate now?" she asks persistently. He replies, "No, later." She insists. "Can we communicate now?" He repeats, "No, not now." The same guy is watching him through the window, muttering, "Why, this guy is terrible." Just then, an officer lady approaches Genha and says, "I finally got you. It's the office lady for Mr. Wei." Genha, confused, asks, "Come on, what's the matter?" She apologizes for the last time and informs him that Mr. Wei wants to see him again. How affirm me, states, "I told her I have nothing to do with her. I will refuse. Don't waste everyone's time." Stuttering. The secretary explains, "Genha, I'm just following orders. It would be hard for me to return without any answer, as at least top of her through my phone." He's frustrated, thinking, "Damn this girl again. She's richer, more powerful, and stronger than me. This is not going to go well." Reluctantly, he agrees. "Okay, call her. I'll explain things." He picks up the phone and says, "Hello, it's Genha. Your secretary told me to call you, but Mr. Wei, my thoughts are the same as before. Nothing has changed. I know your time is precious, so don't waste it on me." Mr. Wei responds, "How you want to be as powerful as a woman. I know you hate to look weak. I saw it last time we fought. I not only cultivate stars, that can give you more time to think about it." Then she hangs out. Jangle thinks this woman really knows what I want. I don't know. It's the best decision, but I'll have to find some time to meet her again back at Mr. Wei's office. She muses. So he hates being thought of as a weak man. The next day, Zhang Ha arrives at school in a supercar. His sister, who drove him, fixes his hair before he heads inside. As he walks through the school, everyone is talking about him. They seem to be checking their phones, discussing a rumor that he's some sort of POF worker, or Instagram thought long notices and asks, "Do you feel something is wrong, Jen?"